Hello, my YouTube friends! Streamlabs has done it again. They've taken a complicated process on that other platform and integrated it into Streamlabs so it's easy enough for anyone to do. The process I'm talking about is dual streaming in horizontal and vertical at the same time. So you could stream horizontal to Twitch and vertical to TikTok. You could go horizontal to YouTube and vertical to YouTube Shorts. Oh, and by the way, it's free. I'm gonna show you how it works today. So you know what? Let's get to it! Now I don't need to tell you that going live on multiple platforms makes it a lot easier to reach a wider audience at the same time. And everyone wants to go live on TikTok, right? Well, there's another awesome part to the new Streamlabs feature. If you've had Streamlabs Desktop installed for the last 30 days and you've gone live at least once in that time, they can fast track your TikTok live approval. I'll put a link to the details in the description, but needless to say, there's no more need to wait for that TikTok stream key. Streamlabs takes care of it. Let me show you exactly how to set up dual streaming in Streamlabs. All right, so here is how this works. Right here, we are in Streamlabs, and I have a game stream set up, and we have a start screen, and the overlay is one that I paid for on Fiverr that's seriously, horrifyingly bad. So it was obviously never used, but I figured I'd sacrifice it for this video. So we've got a start screen, a talk screen, and then we've got a game scene. I mean, seriously, who designed this friggin' overlay? Like, I need that many bad pictures of myself in there. Be right back scene. It's just so bad. And we've got an end scene. And then we have a camera set up here that is used in all the nested scenes and that sort of stuff. So we have a full horizontal setup already done. And all you need to do to get integrated into vertical is go over here, and we're going to click on here, and boom. Now we've got two, horizontal and vertical. You can see horizontal keeps our 1920 by 1080. When we go into vertical, it switches to 1080 by 1920, 1080 by 1920. I stream in 30 frames per second. So there you have it. We want to enable dual output. If you go over here to give you a little bit of information on how that works, and we'll mess around with that in a minute. But first, we've got some vertical layout problems. So what I'm going to do is fix these up. I'm going to go and select our, well, let's do the camera first. And we can shrink this down so we can actually kind of see it. And there we go. And so we need to fix this, and to do that we could go over here to the NS camera, and we can shrink this down so we get everything on the screen like that, and that'll kind of fix our problem. What I'm going to do is just stick it down here at the bottom, and now when we go back to our talking scene, you're going to see it. Where is it? Right there. And so we could just stick that there. What I'm going to do is grab this, and we're going to drag this over like that. And I'm just going to embiggen this section over here. Like that. And we're just going to make this big enough. So you do kind of have to reorganize your stuff. It's probably best if you develop an actual overlay that does both, because then you can just change it out in here. Or if you haven't already started to develop your own overlay, what you could do is go over here into your left pane, expand overlays, go to scene, and then all you have to do is go over here and you're going to see TikTok friendly. You can select TikTok friendly, and you're going to find hundreds of overlays in here that you can use that are going to be vertical and horizontal friendly. You can integrate into your live stream right now. So that's a great alternative if you don't want to do what I'm doing, which is having to reorganize and kind of repurpose overlays that were built for horizontal. So I'm going to go ahead and move my camera up a little bit over that. And we'll just shrink this up. And I'm going to just stick it down here so it's visible. And we've got our game video. We'll just move that up here. And the last thing we have is our chat box, which is right here. We'll move it down here. Put it in the live chat box here. We'll stretch this out so it kind of fits in there. And then I'm just going to go ahead and stretch it this way using the shift key. And there we go. So now we've got our chat box in there. We've got our camera and our little talking head scene. We've got this little black space down here at the bottom. Doesn't really bother me all that much, but it might bother you. So what you could do is go and click the plus, and we can add a color and just add it. And what we can do is color pick. I'm just going to go and select that color right there, and then click close, and we'll bring it down here, and we'll just move it all the way to the bottom. And there we go. Now you can't really see it, and of course it doesn't show up on here at all, but now it kind of looks like it flows. We have to fill it in there, and it looks a little better. It's not perfect, but it's better than it was, so we don't have like this big gaping hole there, and everything else works. So now you can see how that layout works. If we go up here to the start, and we've got this, and we can kind of do the same thing here. If I went and clicked the plus and went to our color and clicked add source, we can just use the same one, and then I can just embiggen it over the whole entire screen there. Move it down, and there we go. So it doesn't look like it's completely empty. That isn't great either. So it is what it is. We've got our talk scene, and I'm not really a big fan of how the vertical transition works. So we could change that up to just be a Luma wipe, and then it'll be consistent across both, as you can see there. And then we'll go into game. And here we've got some organizing to do. I've got this bar. This back here is the display capture, so when I play my game, it'll be on this display. We've got a face cam and a face cam border. So right here we've got our face cam as usual. And what I'm going to do is bring our face cam border down here, and we'll just fit it in. Move the face cam up a little bit, and there we go. And then our game footage, I like this to be a little larger, so what I'm going to do is move this, center it up right there, and then we'll take this bar, shrink that up, and place it up here in the space up there. So now we've got a decent layout that's going to work. I'm on the bottom. We can always shrink this up to make our game footage bigger or whatever, but I find that we don't want to lose too much on the sides of the game footage either. You kind of want to get as much of it as you can. Now you can use the mask techniques that I've shown in other videos to go ahead and put your overlays on here for your game as well. But I'm not going to cover that in this video. We're going to go to the Be Right Back scene. We're just going to bring this down, place it in the center here, and I'm going to go ahead and add that black background again. And there we go. Add the source. We'll just embiggen it so it covers the whole entire screen. Move it down, and there we go. You can see we've got a nifty little transition, and we've got all of our scenes organized. So we're ready to go live with both horizontal and vertical. Now there is so much more that you can do with this, but I'm not going to cover all that in this video. I just want to show you a basic reorganization so you can make your stream usable in both formats. And again, you don't need to make it hard on yourself if you haven't already developed your own overlay. Well, just go into overlays, scenes, and find the TikTok tab. It's not going to be here, it's going to be right here. TikTok friendly, and all of these are going to have both vertical and horizontal already set up. So you can see right here, you can use it on both vertical and horizontal layouts, so you don't have to do all the stuff that I just showed you how to do. Of course, if you don't have your own overlay already done. Let me go ahead and show you how you can set this up so you can stream to two platforms at once in horizontal and once in vertical. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to go into our settings right here. And first thing we're going to do is configure our output. So I'm going to go to advanced. And this is going to depend on what encoder you're using. I'm personally going to be using the NVIDIA codec right there. And the bit rate is going to be 6,000. And everything else is basically exactly the way that I want it. Now you don't need to mess with audio. Your video you can already see is horizontal and vertical. You're all set up. When we go to stream, you want to make sure that your platforms are all plugged in. So YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, your TikTok should be connected, or Twitch or Twitter, wherever you want to stream, and you can add other destinations down here. Now I'm going to stream to YouTube in both vertical and horizontal. Now there's a little bit of a trick to going live on YouTube in both horizontal and vertical because it's the same platform. So when we click go live, we basically just have YouTube. If we go to add additional settings and others, it won't let us re-add YouTube. So how do we do this? Well, it's not that hard. We're going to go into settings and we're going to go into our stream, and we're already logged into YouTube and all set up. So it's going to automatically create our YouTube live stream. We can even schedule them if we want. But what we're going to do is go ahead and add a destination. And we're going to call this YouTube Vert, and we need to get a URL. So we're going to go over here into YouTube, and we're going to go to our live streaming tab right here, and we can schedule streams and all that stuff. But what we really want to do is go over here into our live streaming area. You can create stream keys. So if I drop this down, you see I have a bunch of stream keys created and all that kind of stuff. You can create a new one. But I already have one for vertical streaming, so what I'm going to do is find that one right here. And there we go. So now all I need to do is go ahead and copy the URL. We'll go over here into our Streamlabs and we'll paste the URL, and then we need the stream key. So we're just going to go back over here, and the stream key's right here, so we can reset it or copy it. We're going to copy it. And then we're going to go over here and we're going to paste our stream key in here, and we're going to save that. So now we have YouTube vertical and regular YouTube. So all we have to do is click done there. And then when we want to go live, we'll just click the go live button. And we want to go live to YouTube in the horizontal, but we also want to go live with YouTube vertical. And we'll select vertical right here. Now we're set up to go live horizontal and vertical. We just need to come over here and do our custom stream. Now when you first come in, additional settings isn't going to be checked, so just put your title in there and all that stuff. I like the additional settings. We're going to go down here and we're going to do it unlisted, just because I don't need to go live. It will create a new event automatically. So once we have all of this set up, we uploaded our thumbnail, we put our description in, all that kind of stuff. You want to make sure you do all that. We're going to go and confirm and go live. And so it's going to take a couple seconds for update, configure Duel. Boom, we're live. And you can see we've got this awesome little chat thing over here, which will allow us to see the chats in the multi-stream. And there is our vertical stream and horizontal to YouTube. Everything is working fantastic. So when we are finished streaming, all we have to do is click right here and stream, and it closes down the stream. And what we're going to do is, you'll notice if we go over here, you can see that we still have the stream going. So we could just click the end stream right here and end it. And this is the kind of thing you kind of have to do in YouTube, unfortunately. Believe it or not, the other stream is still going as well. So we can just click on the live control room and click end stream, and that'll end that one. Now you know how you can easily do this for nothing and stream both vertical and horizontal into YouTube. It's even easier to do this to TikTok or Twitch, so you can go YouTube and Twitch, or YouTube and TikTok, or YouTube and Twitter, whatever you want. It's really, really easy to do all of that stuff. All you would have to do when you click your Go Live button is select one of the other locations. So one of the other destinations, just put in your Facebook or your Instagram or your TikTok or your Twitch or your Twitter as the second destination. Then you select it as the vertical, and you're all set and ready to go. Now, I work really hard to try to create content that I think you're going to enjoy. Sometimes I hit and sometimes I miss, but it's really hard to know for sure. And that's where you can really help me out. If you're liking this video, leave it a thumbs up. And if it's not your cup of tea, do me a favor and leave a thumbs down. If every single person watching this video right now leaves a thumbs up or a thumbs down, I'm definitely going to know whether this is the kind of content that you want to see. So thumbs up, thumbs down right now. Thank you very much, and let's get back to the video. Now, I told you they made it absolutely easy. Anyone can now dual stream in horizontal and vertical. Now, if you want to stream to multiple vertical or horizontal locations, you can do that with Streamlabs Ultra. And you're probably saying, that's the catch. I can do that for free in other ways. And my reply to that is, well, not really. See, if you do it the free way, it's a lot more complicated, and you need to have the bandwidth and processing on your connection and your computer to support every single stream. With Streamlabs Desktop and Ultra, you don't need any extra bandwidth and processing. That's all taken care of on the Streamlabs servers. So anyone can do it. Streamlabs Desktop just continues to get better and better. Is there something I missed here that you want to know more about? Let me know about it in the comments. And if you want to learn more about all the other features that Streamlabs Desktop offers, check this video out. And if you're always looking for tools, tips, and tricks to help make you a better live streamer or YouTuber, subscribe to the channel. My name is Michael Fire Jr. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one.